If you're somebody that's looking to get faster, these two exercises will make a big difference in improving your speed, especially if you're somebody that is really strong when it comes to squats or deadlifts and not actually seeing that translate into your sprinting speed. And we're gonna get right into the exercises here. Really, they're gonna be calf raises. So there are two different types of calf raises. One of them is gonna be knee extended. One of them is going to be with the knee bent. I'm gonna give you full explanation of why it is so important, how it will actually translate into you running faster. And we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. This is the newest edition of the Performance Lab. Reach your individual goals. You don't want to just talk about straight line speed. We also want to talk about your ability to be quick. We break down your video. Let's make you into the quarterback I know you can become. We have the Olympic gold medal champion here on the right in Marcel Jacobs, and he actually was the world champion for the 60-meter indoor as well. What we see when he's going through his push-off, right? So we can see that front foot land, and what makes him very unique is his ability to be able to do this very effectively, where he's landing on the front part of the foot, and is doing a great job of being able to absorb with all of his weight forward. A lot of people think that we need to be very vertical in this action, almost pressing down into the ground. We can see that he's actually pulling that foot back underneath, and he's landing with his toe below his heel, not in a dorsiflex position or with that toe up. And with that, he is then absorbing the weight very forward, mostly because he has great ankle stability as well as great range of motion through the calf and through the ankle. And this is why this particular exercise ends up being really important. And I recently made a video just to show you guys this exercise. It was a short video, so there was not a big explanation, and I wanted to be able to actually make this full explanation so you could really understand how to implement it into your actual running. And so you can see I'm in a bent knee position and I have this heel up, and really I'm just working on being able to get range of motion through this ankle with that knee in a bent position. So a lot of times when I see people try to do this, you can see the angle that I'm in with the shin. I see people that really struggle in being able to understand how to be able to separate the bend of the ankle with that shin at a very, very bent angle. They have a hard time being able to create that separation. That impacts your ability to run fast. So what we want to be able to do here is, again, really maximize the bend in the knee. So when he transfers forward, see how much he's getting in a knee bend position. He's not getting triple extension through the leg or through the hip like a lot of people talk about. It's so important when it comes to sprinting, and why cleans are really important, or power cleans, or Olympic snatches, or even the Olympic lifts in general. But what we see here is instead a consistent knee bend as he's going through the range. And what that does is it allows for more of a horizontal action, a horizontal push, and then we can get more distance per step when it comes to our overall sprinting speed. How do we maximize our sprinting speed? We want to be able to spend the least amount of time on the ground as possible, but really still be able to maximize how much distance we're able to cover within that time. In order to do that, we have to be able to understand how to horizontally press off the ground, which is essentially what we're working on right here. And so this ends up being critical when it comes to building better stability and better control within that ankle. So one, we want to be able to do this from a bent knee position, being able to build up that horizontal action and the horizontal strength within the calf and within the ankle, as well as being able to do it from a straight knee perspective to be able to help us in being able to achieve great ranges and also just strengthen that part of the leg in general. So that's really what we want to be able to isolate here and give you the opportunity to see is, one, we want to be able to create a horizontal pull before striking the ground, and this will allow us, especially if we're in the right hip position, in the right body position in general, this will allow us to be able to keep more weight forward. And the more we have our weight forward into our foot when we're landing, the better opportunity we have in being able to get off the ground quickly. The further back we are in our foot, then the longer it's going to take us to be able to transition off. In order to still maximize distance when doing that, we have to be strong in this front part of the foot and really be able to understand how to create force off the ground to run fast and, again, cover distance. So the two exercises are, one, a horizontal calf raise with the leg straight. You can see where my foot is in comparison to the rest of my body. So you can see how much extension I'm in when I have this position. My foot's not right underneath my hip. I'm trying to get into a really good shin angle. And then when my leg is bent, this would be like a straight regular calf raise. This is what most people are trying to do in order to get fast, when this doesn't translate over at all to what we're seeing here. Instead is this position, as he's pushing off, what we want to be able to do is we want to create an excessive amount, so then we have the strength to be able to do it when we're actually running at top speed. So you can see the shin angle. Excellent shin angle here. And I'm getting myself into a similar shin angle, and now just working on being able to improve my range of motion, my strength through there. That strengthens the feet, it strengthens the calf, it makes it so I have better range of motion overall, to make it so I could then be less prone for injury. There's just a ton of benefits that you end up getting when you are able to really isolate this movement pattern and get better with this type of calf raise. So these two calf raises are really going to be the best way to help you in improving your speed. As always, if you like the information, click that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, leave those down below. Check out some of the programs we have. We have some great ways to help you get faster with not only exercises and programming and showing you the right drills and showing you the things that end up being critical when it comes to overall development of the body, when it comes to strength and range of motion and body positioning and really all the things necessary, core development that makes it so you can run faster. We also provide breakdown or one-on-one coaching, and this is truly what is the separator when it comes to what our programs will provide you, is an in-depth look at exactly what it is you need to do in order to run faster. There's nobody that's able to better assess your areas to improve from a body perspective. Something like this where you can get a specific exercise to improve your range of motion within your ankle or your hip or your lower back or your core or whatever the case may be. Most people are actually needing to get more strength within like the hip flexors and or the ankles and have a better understanding of how to actually push off the ground, I would say, when it comes to sprinting. But I would want to be able to get a great understanding of what you need to do in order to run faster. And the only way to do that is to actually coach you up in your technique. Most people are struggling when it comes to sprinting, not because they're not strong enough, not because they don't have the right amount of information, not because of anything other than their ability to apply their sprinting mechanics and sprinting technique to when it is that they're actually performing. And that is what we do here at the Performance Lab and with our programs when it comes to really online or in person. And especially if you're in the LA area and you're watching this and you haven't come in to utilize our services, you're making a big mistake there. There's nobody I know for sure when it comes to in person that is able to get the results we're able to get. But even from an online perspective, I don't know of anybody that's able to provide as much value as we are. And in the next couple weeks, I'm going to be launching a product that will make it so we can even get better results for you. So I'm the guy to ride with when it comes to sprinting performance, improving your overall speed, improving acceleration, really anything speed. I am going to be your guy. I'm going to deliver for you. I can promise you that. Check out the description down below. Like, subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.